All right, welcome back. Remember we covered Seun Kuti's story here a while back. All right, and I refuse to be on that side of history. That side, it's not necessarily the wrong side of history, but I just want to make sure I bring us up to speed with this. Remember we covered it, and it was if you go back and watch that video, I think I'm still on the right side of history, regardless. I think he was talking, what was he talking about? He was talking with regards to not owning your wife, right? Seun Kuti is the son of the legendary Fela Kuti, who is now more popular today, and I have a feeling that he's not handling social media properly, okay? Social media social media is not anybody's mate. Once you start to feel like you are being heard, it's very easy for it to get into your head and you start to the mission. And I have a feeling he needs to get back to what he was known for, which is speaking to the power, right? But not don't misdo it. Gotta be careful with that. Don't talk too much. What about don't bring your family into this issue? Like, keep talking about the political stuff. Like, stay focused on all the political scenario, right? Out there, there's more than enough. You can even push the envelope a little bit and insult Uncle Abati. He was insulting the legendary journalist Abati at the Arise News, Reuben Abati, right? He was disrespecting him, calling him Agbaya and all that kind of stuff over just a disagreement in opinions. You can keep it about the opinions. You don't have to make it a disrespectful thing. Now, I don't know. I think Fela was disrespectful to the powers that be, not persons. Those are two different things, okay? Fela might have been considered to be disrespectful to the government, to the powers that be, speaking to the power. I don't recall anything that's about the persons, unless it's just regular shots fired and things like that you catch. If Fela is talking, there's no, if you take it personally, you will collect, normal, right?
Sorry.
But directly, I'm not sure. But now in this case, he's talking about his wife, and this time around, his wife was not in the interview. On the last one, they were on The View, on Your View with Morayo and them, and at least she was there sitting with you, and she was having her own words. Now, to an extent, he did say in the actual full clip, I just want to give him this credit. He said, invite him to the platform. He said that, okay? But in my opinion, he still said way too much. Listen, you can do whatever you want in your bedroom. But Akidola, good to see you, sir. You can do whatever you want in your bedroom. You don't have to say that to the public, ever. You don't. But let me play this video so you can see what we're talking about. So he was on the Bad and Bougie podcast. So you know what they say about the podcast these days. Everybody's talking.
Have you ever been in a polyamorous?
Me, I've always been a polyamorous kind of person.
Okay, so if you've always been a polyamorous person, it's very hard for me to now believe that in this your monogamous
I didn't tell you I'm in a monogamous situation. I said I don't believe in monogamy. You said, what do I think about monogamy? I said I don't believe in it.
So what are you in then?
I'm in a relationship with my, I'm living life. Let me put it that way with my wife.
Are there other parties in this relationship?
The way your wife is looking, she wants to speak.
Parties in the relationship, no.
Okay, other significant others in the relationship?
Not really.
Not really, when you could have said no.
Not really, yes.
Yes, not really. But to say that, I as Seun and Nicola Kuti, do I explore options?
Yes.
Yes. Because some relationships are political. My wife is not very political. So she cannot fulfill my need
In
terms of political ideas, back and forth in hashing out political theories.
Okay.
I'm not going to force a horse to fly.
Okay.
That's what it means to be in a relationship. To be in a real human relationship is I'm not trying to impose myself on my wife. In any way, shape, or form. There's nothing about me and my wife that is imposed. She doesn't have to do anything because of me. she must do it because she wants to do it, because she's willing to do it.
So have you guys
I
ever
understand that
swung?
There's well, actually, we've never been at a swingers kind of thing, like
Jesus.
with other couples, and we went there like.
What about threesomes?
Of course, we've experienced threesomes.
Okay. Have you ever been in a polyamorous?
Me, I've always been a polyamorous kind of person.
Okay, so if you've always been a
All right. So he said, me, I've always been a polyamorous person. All right. Now, like if you look at my comment here, I said talk too much. Not yet, but it's getting there. Okay. Not yet. I will say not yet, but it's getting there. It's getting small. So, and this is what social media do to a lot of people. It makes you feel like, we're getting some clout, especially every time you say something that goes viral. That means an extra quick $20,000 in your pocket. If you're Seun Kuti, you can easily meet an extra couple of $1,000 in your pocket for that day if it goes viral. Easy, egungun, be careful. Especially somebody that will not be able to hold his cool with somebody like Ruben Abati. You're both public figures. There's no need to call him Agbaya and all that kind of stuff. You can disagree on ideologies. You can keep it strictly that. And yes, when you are very opinionated, sometimes people will put words in your mouth. You talk a lot. Okay? You still have to bring them back patiently and correct them that you did not say that. Kind of like how you just did with these young ladies. When they said, he said polyamorous, they said polygamous, he said no, he hasn't, he's always been, okay? So, but let's keep going. I want to dissect what he said, okay?
polyamorous person. It's very hard for me to now believe that in this your monogamous.
I didn't tell you I'm in a
situation.
monogamous.
So he said it's not in a monogamous situation. People assumed because he only, he's only around with this one particular wife or partner, whatever they call themselves. So that's true. That was all assumptions. He never said it was in a monogamous. Okay, let's keep going.
Situation. I said I don't believe in monogamy. You said, what are you talking about monogamy? I said I don't believe in it.
So what are you in then?
I'm in a relationship with my, I'm living life. Let me put it.
It's living life. Doesn't need to tell you more. That's what that is, okay? Now, I respect that he respects his partner, okay? I respect that. I can respect whatever he's got going on as long as they're on the same page. That's really what it takes. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Your moral standards are your moral standard. Your moral standard might disagree with whatever he's saying, right? But there's only one key to every relationship to work. You have to have a united front. You have to be on the same page. There must not be any kind of crack in your wall because the devil will come right through it. You have to be on the same page, all right? Let's keep going.
Yeah, with my wife.
Are there other
He just said wife. There you go.
parties in this
Are
relationship?
there any other
The way
parties?
your wife is looking, she wants to speak.
Parties in the
He said the way your wife is looking, that means she was behind the camera and she was in the studio with them. That's what that sounds like, right? That she want to say something. All right. Now, Seun Kuti has never really been a person to not speak his mind. So he's still talking.
relationship, no.
Okay, other significant others in the relationship.
No significant
really.
others. He said not really. Not really usually means maybe. Okay? Just usually. I don't know what kind of English he's speaking. I don't know if it's queens or kings. Okay? But not really usually means maybe. Okay?
Not really, when you could have said no.
Not really. Yes.
Yes, not really. But to say that, I as Seun Kuti, do I explore
Does he explore?
options?
Yes.
He said I showing. He's making it clear that he's not speaking for his wife. That's what he's saying.
Yes. That,
He explores.
Because some relationships are political.
Some relationships are political. Okay? Some relationships are political. What does it mean by that? That is politically correct. That you really don't want to be in a monogamy thing, but you are there because the whole world will frown at you. I think he's right about that. But I also think he's grossly underestimating that people are generally monogamous. I mean, if you look at everything, just because somebody cheated doesn't mean they're not monogamous. They might be a serial cheater. Cheating means cheating, meaning you're doing something that your partner wouldn't want them to see. The reason why you wouldn't want them to see is because you're truthfully a monogamist. Okay, a polygamist means you can do with your full chest. I am not a monogamist. I need multiple people, and I tell the whole world. So the political aspect of it is all part of what makes monogamy practice or polygamy practice. But that's debatable. Okay, let's keep going. He's still talking.
My wife is not very political.
He said his wife is not political, so his wife does not care about all this that you are doing too. She's a free girl, and she wants to, what do they call it? People that are free. There's a phrase they use. People that are free, not free-minded, free thinkers. They're not very political.
So she cannot fulfill my need.
She cannot fulfill his need. And she's right then in that room. That means she's also very aware that take care of yourself. I'm good. Just make sure you're safe. Believe it or not, there are people like that out there. I know it's hard to believe if you're like a Holy Spirit person. I know, but there are people like that.
In
terms of political ideas, back and forth in hashing out political theories.
Okay.
I'm not going to force a horse to fly.
Okay.
That's what it means to be in a relationship. To be in a real human relationship. I'm not.
The thing is that Seun is always trying to define what something means to all of us, the rest of us. Like he has his own definitions. But I yield. Let's keep going.
Trying to impose myself on my wife. In any way, shape, or form. There's nothing about me and my wife that is imposed.
There's nothing now. Nothing should ever be imposed in a healthy relationship. Everybody must be coming from a place of free will. If they're not, people have choices and options. The only thing is that it might take you long to find out that they have been exercising options. Just so you know, okay? He's not wrong about that part.
She doesn't have to do anything because of me. She must do it because she wants to do it.
She wants to.
Because she's willing to do it.
So have you guys ever swung?
There's
have they ever swung?
Been at a swingers kind of thing, like with other couples, and we went there like.
What about threesomes?
Of course, we've experienced threesomes.
He said, of course, they've experienced threesome. For some of you, that's like beyond your wildest dream.
Okay. Have you ever been in a polyamorous?
Me, I've always.
All right. So that's that. Let me come to the chat because you guys looks like you have a lot of opinion around this. Let me see. He basically have women on the side. Okay, not too many opinions. Let's see. Marriott says he also gets sports ideology from another person too. His father's son. Okay, good point. The father of Seun Kuti, if you didn't know, married 27 wives in one day, and I think part of that news that he also divorced all of them in one day too. But let's keep it moving. He's long gone, so let's talk about Seun Kuti today. She says not sustainable. You don't think? What do you think about Charlie Boy, Charles Oputa? He gives me the vibe that he's that kind of person. He might be more sustainable than you think. Never say never. Just say, for an average person, you're right. It's not sustainable. Don't try this at home, kind of thing. All right? Hold on 1 second. All right. Part of what he said, beyond bracelet, part of what he said that I like is that he's committed to the person in the marriage, which is better, I guess. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of, I think Seun is the kind of person that would rather just do it with his full chest than having to sneak around. And I think our world is moving in that direction. A lot of people that are politically correct or religiously correct are hypocrites. I know, Ash, I know. Wait, look at my face. I know. You never expected that one. That's the truth, okay? That is the truth. A lot of politically correct people are hypocrites, okay? They all do strange things behind closed doors. Now, that is also part of being a healthy human being. There are certain things you don't do in the front of everybody. Certain things you do. That's also part of what makes who we are. It's called social intelligence. All right, at least to be aware that that's what you're doing. You don't have to follow any direction here. Just be aware that that's the reason why you do what you do, not because you are righteous or more righteous than other people. All right, it's very important to be self-aware in that regards. When you start dibbing and dabbling with other human beings, it complicates issue. I agree on an average. Absolutely. I have to agree with you. Like even in business, that's why they have contracts. That's why they said non-circumventing clauses in contracts, because once you start mixing too many things together, not just human beings, it gets more complicated, right? So that's just part of intelligence, to be aware of that. So if you're going to try this at home, at least make sure you have things in place to mitigate that, not just short term, but long term. A lot of people make their decisions off of the short term. So for example, our headline topic today is actually about short term, long term. There are certain decisions you make, it's just based off of how you feel now, and you haven't really considered what does this look like 30, 40, 50 years from now, right? But hey, it is what it is. It's all right. We all deal with the consequences of our decisions anyway, you know. Chinye said, I don't want to share. I beg, please, please, please. Okay. All right, I hear you, Chinye. Mwaba, welcome. She said, it sounds like he has a shoe for every occasion. Another angle to see it. Chinye says, Charlie Boy is a very, very special person in every special way. And they are doing what, like 40 years in marriage? And whenever he gives advice around marriage, they make sense. Because again, I don't think what makes marriage work is your righteousness. Okay, it's none of that stuff. Okay, it's beyond right and wrong, as I always say. It's more to it than just you're right and I'm wrong and the other person. There's more to it than that. That doesn't mean you should go out there and move mad, because that would still mean that you're not paying attention, because there are other human beings involved, and most human beings, they are more comfortable with right and wrong, because I guess it makes them feel wholesome somehow, some way. But that's that with that. But let me know what your thoughts are. I just wanted to bring that up to speed with that, because I don't think I pinpointed that he might have a special type of relationship the last time we covered it, because he was saying that you shouldn't own anybody, and I still agree with that. Either you have a wife, you shouldn't bring a sense of ownership into it. Everybody should be operating from a place of free will. That is a fantastic tip that I think if you are political in your type of relationship, you should still have that. That's why I teach seduction and attraction, so that you're not just trying to control people with rules and regulation, because again, human beings are hypocrites at a general scale, and that can only last for so long. You need your partner to always be coming from a place of free will. It's very, very important. Very, very important. All right, so let me know what your thoughts are. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Lola.
And this is Ola from Man of Prestige.
Did you know that nearly 50% of marriages end in divorce?
Studies also show that children raised in two-parent households tend to thrive.
If you're struggling in a broken relationship or marriage, you're not alone in facing these challenges.
But having a solid support system is crucial. We offer evidence-based relationship and marriage resources and coaching to help you navigate the difficult times.
Don't just wing it. Learn the principles that work.
Download our 2 free books and book your complimentary coaching session now at manofprestige.com.